Hello and welcome to the Retro Gamer Show.
And coming up on today's show, as usual we have another Games Chart flashback for you, but what will be the system, the month and the year? Neil from the YouTube channel The Retro Man Cave joins us, not only on the sofa but he's telling us what's in his crates in this month's Show Us Your Collection. Neil is also taking part in a new feature we have for you this month that we're calling Quiz the Guest. We have the usual roundup of all this month's retro gaming events in What's On, and we also have the lowdown and the release date for Huey Games' latest game, The Mystery of Woolley Mountain.
But before all that, I recently visited the Southwest Amiga Group's Workbench 2019 event, and here's how I got on. I recently got to visit the Southwest Amiga Group's Workbench 2019 event. It's fantastic to see that computer clubs are still going strong in 2019. One of the highlights for me was this little miniature Amiga 500. It's a 3D printed case running a Raspberry Pi, and the owner has even made a cardboard Commodore monitor to sit on top. One of the club members I got speaking to was Adam, and he brought along his modded CD32 with a Terrible Fire expansion pack. Adam had also brought along this nifty device. Now it lets you connect a Sega Mega Drive joypad straight to your CD32 without blowing it up. If anyone's interested in buying one of these, Adam's selling them on eBay. We'll leave a link in the description to his eBay listing. Another thing I was pleased to see was people fixing their old Amiga stuff and getting it all running again. Here's a very skilled guy that's helping recap a CD32. This here is an Amiga 4000 tower waiting to be checked over. The person you can see the back of here is Derek, and he's working on my Philips monitor. It's my childhood Philips CM8833 monitor Mark 1. This hasn't worked for a long time, but Derek spent a fair bit of his time trying to get this working again. And finally, Derek got it working, and here it is in all its great CRT glory. For all the Speedball 2 fans, they had a Speedball 2 tournament, and you could win cash prizes up to £25. I caught these two guys busy practicing. Here's some footage of the tense tournament action featuring friend of the channel, Neil from the channel Retro Man Cave. There was a very special guest, and it's Trevor Dickinson from Aeon Technology talking about next generation Amigas. Trevor very kindly let me take some close-up photos of his boards so I could show you guys. And just to show what a great community this is, there was even some freebies for you to help yourself too. If you fancy going along to the next Swag Meet, it's not long, it's going to be on the 18th of May, and to get more information and to get yourself some tickets, visit southwestamiga.org.uk.
Well, that looked like a really good event there, James. I think I'm definitely going to have to join you and come along to the next one.
And I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah, I know you probably will. Anyway, now it's time for this month's Games Chart Flashback. I wonder what will be the year. For this month's Games Chart Flashback, we're going back to a time where if you went to the cinema, you might have been watching the fantasy martial arts comedy Big Trouble in Little China. You might have been putting a few G's while watching Top Gun. Number 5 was alive in Short Circuit. And things were getting spooky in Poltergeist 2. While if you went to your local newsagents and picked up a copy of Crash, it was all about Star Strike 2 and Sam Fox Strip Poker. While Sister Mag Zap 64 featured zombies on the cover and the chance to win a Commodore 64 and disk drive. And finally we got time for just one more clue. These guys were number 1 in the UK singles charts with this.
Did you guess it? Well, it's May 1986 and we're going to take a look at the Commodore 64 Top 5. So, kicking off the chart at number 5, it's some early classic adventuring in Spellbound by Mastertronic.
At 4 it was PSI 5 Trading. A game that puts you in charge of a crew on a spaceship that has to transport valuable cargo through pirate infested space and get it to its destination as undamaged as possible.
At number 3 it's Spin Dizzy, the action-packed isometric puzzler. Released by Electric Dreams.
At number 2, System 3 were riding high in the charts with International Karate. This of course was the predecessor to the great International Karate Plus.
At number 1 it's Thrust from Firebird and it's a £1.99 classic. Heavily inspired by the Atari game Gravatar. Your aim is to maneuver a spaceship by rotating and thrusting as it flies over a two-dimensional landscape and through caverns. Well, that was an interesting look back at May 1986 and the Commodore 64 chart. It was great to see a game priced at just $1.99 holding off some of the more expensive titles from the top spot.
Yeah, it just goes to show you can't beat a good £1.99 game. Now I'm pleased to say that we've got a guest that's actually going to come and join us here on the Retro Gamer Show. Yes, they're going to sit right here between us on the Retro Gamer Show sofa. So please give a big welcome to Neil from the Retro Man Cave. Come on in, Neil.
Hello guys, I've just put this to one side, but I have actually bought your Commodore 64
Thank
GS.
you very much.
Back, Colin.
Yeah.
God, this is friendly, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just
it
squeeze
is.
in there. Hello everyone.
So thanks for joining us. Why don't you tell our viewers why you're here?
Sure, well the C64 GS that I've just bought back, the guys were kind enough to bring it to the cave for a show and tell. It's the first time I've seen one in person actually. It was great to have a chance to see it. And I also did a bit of live streaming with it actually this week and got quite into it, to be honest. Once you get a game that actually works on it and you don't need the keyboard, it's great. It's just like any other Commodore 64. I had a lot of fun with it. So thank you guys for coming to do the show and tell. You can watch that video on my channel now. It's been released now, so go and check it out.
Yeah, so that's the Retro Man Cave, yeah?
That's the Retro Man Cave, yeah.
So, while we were paying the cave a visit, we decided we haven't done one of these in a while. So, we've always wondered what kind of bits and bobs Neil has in the crates behind him when he's filming. So, we decided it would be a good idea for Neil to show us his collection.
And we gave him the usual 3 minutes to do so, and here's how he got on.
Hello guys, welcome to the cave. These guys really do put the pressure on. I haven't got time at all, 3 minutes in fact, to show you my crates. So let's go quickly. We'll start with these video cards for the Fairchild. Absolute rubbish. They belong to Colin. He'd better say nice things about me or he's not getting them back. Ultima, the greatest role-playing series ever made. Ascension is not a good representation of that series, but great. Cinemaware Wings, anything with Cinemaware in is awesome. Football games. I know Colin that likes international soccer. When it comes to football games, many people will say sensible soccer. No, Kickoff 2, Dino Dini's Kickoff 2 is the way to go. What else have we got here? MS-DOS, sealed, probably going to remain sealed for a very long time. I've got no reason to open that. Wii, is it retro? Tell me, I don't know if the Wii's retro yet. It's on the shelf until it's time to open. Flight sims. I love flight sims. My YouTube channel actually started out as a flight sim review channel and very quickly turned into something else, but I still love flight sims. If it hasn't got a 500-page manual, it's not a flight sim. Trevor, mascot of the channel. Give him a little stroke. Hello, Trevor. And I've got a plushie Trevor, actually, that a viewer sent in. There he is. What else have we got? Xbox 360, not retro, ignore that. TRS-80 Model 100. Portable computer, found it in a skip. I actually found that very early on in the channel. And that's one of the things that inspired me to start repairing machines on the channel. So I love that machine. Alice, do machines get any more French than this? Look at that. It is the colour of red French nail varnish, and I love it. I still need to get a video cable to use that, actually. Oh, I'm running out of breath here. How long have I got? Under a Killing Moon. The greatest formation video game ever made, in my opinion. Stunt Island, one of the greatest sandbox games ever made. Absolutely love that game. More flight sims, and you'll have noticed on the walls, this is going to fall over here, LucasArts posters all the way down the walls in the cave. Who doesn't love LucasArts point and click adventure games? Absolutely awesome. Missed, overrated, but everyone loves it. Fairchild Channel F. The first second generation games console beat the Atari 2600 to the race. Great bit of history. And let's end on Jackie Chan, sent over to me from Serpent ZA and Naomi Wu and their YouTube channel, great big YouTube channel, who contacted me out of the blue. How much time have I got? And said, we really want to send this to you. I said, thanks guys, and it's brilliant. Bye.
So there you go. That's what's in the crates behind Neil when he's making his videos. How did you find doing that, Neil?
People probably know me for having quite a relaxed style on my channel.
Yeah.
I don't normally have to talk that quickly. I forgot to breathe at times. That was difficult.
Yeah.
That was difficult. And I don't know why I didn't think to do that myself before, actually, because I often get comments pointing out things in the crate.
Yeah.
People want to see close-ups. Maybe I should do one at my own pace at some point. So thank you for that idea, and I hope you enjoyed the tour of my crates.
Yeah, it was interesting. And so now, moving on, it's time for this month's What's On. We know you like going to a few retro gaming events, don't you? Yeah. So here's what's coming up this month in this month's What's On. So first up this month, we have an event that all gamers should be interested in, and that's the London Games Festival. So that's the London Games Festival between the 2nd and 14th of April. 12 days of play in multiple locations across the city. Visit games.london for more information.
EGX is back with an event called Rezzed, and it's being held at the Tobacco Dock in London. You can get day passes for £20 or super passes for £44, and that runs between the 4th and the 6th of April.
I don't know about you, but that frightened the hell out of me. Yes, we've got an event alert for you. Now confirmed for the 22nd of September 2019, it's the first Bristol gaming market of the year at the Passenger Shed in Bristol. The Passenger Shed is right next to the Temple Meads train station, so it's easy to find and easy to get to. The Bristol gaming market is the nearest one to where we live, so no doubt as usual we will be there. For more information on this one and to book your early entry tickets, it's bristolgamingmarket.com.
To keep track of all the retro events coming up this year, why not visit our website at letstalkretro.com. We've got a What's On section that lists all the upcoming events, and if you know an event that we're not featuring, then do get in touch. So if you're in and around London, there's plenty to check out there. Well, Neil, we hope we're going to see you at some future events.
You are?
Have you got any plans for some?
I have, yes. The big ones that I'm going to this year are, well, Swag, that's actually a smaller one, but Swag is the Southwest Amiga group. Check out Southwest Amiga group, southwestamiga.org.uk. If I'm looking down, I have actually made some notes to make sure that I can let you guys know. Southwestamiga.org.uk. It's very Amiga centric, as the name would imply, but actually they welcome anyone. So I think there's quite a lack of good expos and meetups down in the southwest, so get yourself along there. It's near Bristol.
Yeah, we're planning on going to that one, aren't we, James?
Yeah, it's James
we'll be there.
The last one,
Yeah.
you got your monitor repaired, didn't you?
We
So
got footage of you playing your speedball tournament.
well, there you go. That's to be concluded. We've got the semi-finals of the speedball tournament. Play Expo Manchester in May. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be my first Play Expo in Manchester, and Matthew Smith will be there. He of Manic Miner and Jet Set Woolley fame, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he has to say, and if he is fully in the room, because he does have a reputation for being a bit away with the fairies. So Matthew Smith. Retcon is a fairly new one. Well, it's an old computer club, but they're really promoting it at the Greenford Computer Club.
We're thinking about going to that one as well, aren't we?
So I'm actually taking some systems along to that. I'll take maybe the Laser Active, the Amiga 1500, maybe some rare systems to share with everyone. So I'm looking forward to that. And then one that I really enjoy is Play Expo Blackpool. It's not till October, so it's a long way off yet, but I think that's a really nice sociable event with lots of other YouTubers there. It's just really laid back. Bit of a long drive to get up there, but I think it's well worth it. So those are the big ones that I'm booked in for this year. Yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah. So earlier we got to see what Neil has in his crates in his man cave, and he mentioned that he started off on YouTube by reviewing flight sims. So we thought we would come up with a new feature called Quiz the Guest. May I take your name?
Neil Cave.
And your specialist subject?
Anything but flight simulators.
So Neil, we're going to quiz you on your flight simulator knowledge by showing you a series of 10 games. However, the title has been hidden from view, and it's your job to tell us what the game is. Okay, first up, it's this one.
That looks like IFR.
Correct.
Yes.
Number 2.
That is Flight Path 737. I don't know if that counts as a flight simulator. More of a instrument procedure game than a flight sim, but yes, Flight Path 737.
Spot on. Number 3.
Chuck Yeager's Air Combat.
I'm going to give you that one.
Yeah.
It's Chuck Yeager's Advanced Flight Trainer.
Advanced Flight Trainer. Originally called Chuck Yeager's Flight Simulator, and Microsoft threatened to sue them, so they had to change the name.
Very good. Your knowledge is spectacular.
Do I get an extra point?
Yes, why not? Number 4.
That is it Solo Flight or...
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah, okay, Solo Flight.
For an extra point, do you know who released it?
Microprose?
Yes.
It says it on the bottom of the picture.
You're being very
But I'll
kind
take the
this
point.
evening.
I'll
Yes.
take the point.
Number 5. What is this game?
Ooh, that looks like a budget release. I'm just going to take a stab at MiG 21 Fishing Simulator.
No, it is Flight Simulator by Alternative Software.
Just say Flight Simulator if you don't know. Flight Simulator. That will be my default answer from now on.
Number 6. Name that game.
This looks like some kind of disaster simulator. I don't know this one. Pass.
It's 737 Flight Simulator for the BBC Model B.
Oh, there you go, now I know. Didn't do much flight simming on the BBC.
Game number 7.
A flight simulator on the ZX81, that's not going to be the most advanced game, is it? I'm just going to say Flight Simulator.
Correct.
Yes!
Game number 8.
Now, does this count as a simulator? This looks like Afterburner to me.
You're absolutely correct. We thought we'd throw you a curveball in there.
Oh.
Number 9. Name that game.
Easy. This is TFX. This is the first game that I bought for my Packard Bell 486 PC. They were stacked high in Dixon's that year. That and Epic was like the space simulator version of it that came out at the same time using the same engine. So TFX.
Perfect.
Tactical
Correct.
Fighter Experiment.
Perfect. Extra point. And you've done very well so far. Now number 10. Name that game.
Oh, this is an Empire one. Not so...
I've started, so I'll finish.
Yes, this is MiG Alley.
Correct. Neil, you have scored 62 points. Well done.
Thank you. So that's nearly it for this month's Retro Gamer Show.
But before we go, we would just like to tell you about a game that we first seen way back at Play Expo London last summer. That's The Mystery of Woolley Mountain. It's being published by our friends at Huey Games, and they've been on to let us know that it's now actually got a release date. So it's being released on Steam and on the Nintendo Switch on the 10th of April. And if you haven't got a clue what we're going on about, here's a little bit from James Lightfoot, who's the creator of the game, and the newest trailer for it for you to have a look at right now.
So I'm the creator of The Mystery of Woolley Mountain, an otherworldly adventure game. For you retro heads, it is a point and click game, point and click adventure, which is my favourite genre of all time. My favourite game is Monkey Island 2. And I thought, you know what, for my first proper game, I want to make a point and click adventure. So 3 years ago, I was lying on a beach and I thought I want to do this, and I started penciling out the rooms and the story and the wireframes and everything. I came back, started to learn Unity and started to build my point and click adventure game. And the premise of the game is you play 5 time-traveling scientists, you find out that the evil witch has kidnapped all the children of Woolley Mountain. So it's your job to go and rescue them and defeat the evil witch. In the game, you play different characters, and there's lots of puzzles, lots of people to talk to, 8,000 lines of dialogue. It's a big game to the extent that when I'm trying to bug test it like I'm doing at the moment, just getting it over the line, it's almost finished. It takes me ages, which is great for you guys, bad for me trying to bug test.
When a wicked witch kidnaps the children of Woolley Mountain, only a brave, strong and cunning hero can save the day.
That's my Monday, Wednesday, Friday hat. Today is Thursday. At weekends, I only wear my birthday suit.
But, I guess you'll have to do. An otherworldly comedy adventure game.
We have you now. I am Winsmore.
You are?
Where am I? What's going on?
Filled with perplexing puzzles and a cast of peculiar characters.
Dead humans. I am Julio. Hey, shut it, will you?
Make it quick, dear boy.
Hi. How you doing, little dude?
Who are those bugs?
Can you save the children? The Mystery of Woolley Mountain, Spring 2019.
So there you go, that looks like an interesting game to me, and if you buy it on the Nintendo Switch, if you pre-order it, you can actually get 25% off, so it just costs £7.49. Have you seen the game, Neil? Have you got any thoughts on that?
I have. I'm a big point-and-click adventure game fan, those 90s point-and-click adventure games especially. I have to admit my first impression wasn't great because I still saw static screenshots. And actually it's only when you see it in motion and the way all of the different layers move that it sort of starts to make more sense, and you would have seen that in the trailer that you've just looked at there. So I think, yeah, give it a chance. I'm looking forward to, I think there's a demo coming out.
There is a demo for it, yeah, I played the demo, which is quite good.
I'll give the demo a go. And hopefully it's good things for the point-and-click adventure game community, yeah.
So that really is it for this month, guys. So it's time for us to go. We'd like to thank Neil for coming and joining us.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, so check out Neil's channel, that's the Retro Man Cave, if you haven't already done so. We'd also like to say a big thank you to all our new subscribers, and to those of you that have been hanging around for a while and subscribing to the channel and supporting us over the years. We really appreciate it. But for now, what they got to do until next time, James?
Keep it retro, everyone.
Keep it retro.